I'm gonna say this real fast. This is a combination of skins that I didn't do and did do, put into one video. Now let's start the video. Now this is how I'm gonna be ranking them. So Batgirl A, B, C, D. Pretty simple. At the end of the video, it's all gonna be here. And let's just, get this over with. Sorry, Editor Cam here. While ranking these, I try not to compare these skins to the comics because this list will look completely different. Thank you. And with that, the first one's gonna be being the Batsuit V7. First thing you load up the Arkham Knight. First suit you wear, if I'm pretty sure it's been a while. And obviously it's post Arkham City. It's kind of like the Armored Edition a little bit of like what was it called, the Wii U version of Arkham City. I don't hate it. I do think it's a solid suit though. I think it's at least like, it's a B for me, honestly, if I'm being for real. Not an A or S. I don't know, I don't like that padding in the middle as much of his chest. It's kind of just like that little line you see. Just certain like lines that I don't like as much. That's why I said it's a B. But yeah, moving on to the V8 Batsuit. This is a Batgirl. People remember that trailer when it first came out. Next gen Batman, still, speaking of Arkham Knight, still one of the greatest like looking games to ever come out in the last decade. There's no debate, it's up there. Yes, this is probably one of my favorite bat suits, probably of all time, if I'm being honest. It's so modern, so sleek and clean. Man, I love this suit. The suit is Batgirl, definitely 100%. Especially I love his ears. It's not too long, not too pointy, just right. This is how you do it. Now I don't have the 2040 gold suit. It's similar to this. I'm have the picture up. It's a little bit of gold on it. I don't have it. I have the game plat though, so one of these days I may get it, the 2040 suit, but as of right now, no. Now with the new 52 suit, it's trying to be modern, but it's just not. It's not the Arkham Knight. Sorry, it's doing too much. The lines are just kind of going everywhere, not really like. It's just there. It don't look that good. I think the thigh area is a bit more better with the lines. The only good thing I really like about it is the bat symbol. Obviously, I don't mind his utility build. His arms is like all right, but obviously his cowl is like the best I think out of everything. Besides that, it's not really like doing it for me. I never really liked this suit, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't look at comics, but if I'm not mistaken, they reverted the new 52 or something like that. It's been a long time. I don't look at comics, but I do remember seeing that at the time when this suit came out. Somebody was talking about it, so I think a D, honestly. There's only like a couple redeeming qualities. Now with the 89 bat suit's iconic, obviously old head suit. If you was born or not even born, just around at that time, I can understand this being very iconic. I understand the cowl was heavy to move in and stuff, but it's at least a C. It's at least a C to me. It's not horrible. I'm not saying I hate suit or anything. If it's, to me, a C is still a good thing. Obviously the cowl's very thick, bat dick right there. Come on, man. Like, it ain't, I do like it when you look at it from the side. You can see just like his little eye. I don't even know what to call it. You can see just it like not peeling out, but poking out right there from the side of his head. Bat ears, good size and everything. Cowl still look really good. 80s Batman. Now with Batman Incorporated, this suit is really good looking. It's an updated version of the Arkham City one, if you can remember that. Obviously the one big knock on it, at least for me, is that it's PP era. That's that PP era, bro. Come on, it's doing a little bit too much. But besides that, no, this suit is lit to me. Especially the bat symbol. If I can remember, the bat symbol means, oh, this is the actual legit. Like, this is Bruce. This is actual Batman. Because it incorporates like a company, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, like an organization. It's like a multiple Batman and women or whatever, if I can remember. But with this symbol, yes, this is the actual like head of the company, if you want to say it like that. I still like it. Shorter bat ears, still look good though. Cowl still looks beautiful. Very, like, look at this. I don't know about them boots though. Like, I don't know what that little thing poking out is. Nah, it's clean. I actually like this suit. This is another beef. Now, with the Earth 2 Dark Knight skin, I like the cowl. A lot of these, obviously, is the cowl's kind of carrying on a lot of these, especially shorter ears and stuff. But I get what they're trying to go with inside the cape. A little bit more red, more vampire-y, but I don't like that little mesh or whatever that material is in the middle of his chest. I just don't like it, personally. I think it's doing too much. I think it could have been an A, maybe even I'm more of like leaning towards it being a C. I don't know, it's one of the two, but it's really like, oh, I don't even hate the suit. I just think it's just, even if you take the middle, even if you take the mesh part off in the red, it's kind of very basic, but not like good basic. It's like, it needs more, some more to it. I think it's a C, honestly. For what it is as of right now, it's a C to me. It's not really moving me, being for real. It's Dark Knight Earth 2 skin is not moving me. Now, with the Batman Noel skin, I think I'm saying it right. Obviously, if you didn't know, this came from Origins as well. It don't look as good as, which one? Incorporated. It still is a better updated version of it, but it's better than Origins. It fits this Batman, this Bruce than the last one, I feel like. But I get it. You know, some of these I gotta look up again because I forgot some of the lore of these skins. Because I remember when I was younger, I looked at like a whole bunch of lore for like a bunch of these skins. But it's been a while. But just going off of the skin, the padding is a little bit too much. Like you can see his chest area, like this padding under the chest area. Then under the chest, like the abs is there, but I'm talking about like one on the left. It's just like just right underneath the chest. It's like it's just doing too much. The padding, I guess. It makes sense, you know, but it's just no. Especially in this game. This game looks good, but it just looks like, I don't know, it just don't look that good. Maybe like IRL and like a different art style, this will work, but not in this game. It's never really liked it, especially the edges of the padding. It's like, I think I'm moving this in like a D personally. I think that's what I'm moving to. Yeah, a D. Now with the 1970s Batman, it's clean. I remember wearing this during the game. I enjoyed it. I think this is another like, I'm gonna say is it an A? I think it's real close. I'm being for real with you. If it just maybe gave him like something in the front, like maybe the front part was black. I don't know. There's something about it that almost is an A. I think it's another, is it a B? You know what? I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna give it an A because I actually enjoy this suit. But it's something about it that still makes it a little bit off. It's an A though. It's super clean. This is one of those suits where it's super clean, it works. Not like the other one I said. Now, the Arkham Origins suit. Now this suit is not the original one because the colors are actually a bit off, if I'm not mistaken. It's a bit more dark. I'm pretty sure Arkham Origins had a darker version like this and they just ported this one. I don't know, but even if you don't like Arkham Origins, you like it. Talking about the suit, I enjoy it. Very big, bulky, just to get the job done, you know, to wreak havoc, just to have a big figure for a younger Bruce. I remember when I first seen it, I didn't enjoy it when I was younger. I was like, that's just Origins as a whole. Origins, when it came out, I wasn't a fan of it when it came out, and then as the time went on, you know, when I played more and more of it, I started to really like Origins, to where I like at start. No, so I think this is like at least a B. It's not an A. It would have been an A, at least for me. Just the black version. I think this game would have probably benefited with the lighter version. Now the iconic gray and black suit. This suit is beautiful. This suit works. The cowl is gorgeous. The bat symbol, the ears, everything about it. His utility belt is just a belt at this go around. There's really nothing going on with it. It's just there for show, at least in the game. But this just looks beautiful. I still think they should have probably did something a little bit more different with the maybe add some more lines. I don't know, but this may be Batgirl. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is absolutely gorgeous. I think we got another Batgirl. Nah, well, no. This is an A. I'm gonna give it an A. It might sound crazy. It's close. It's like high A. It's how simple. This is another suit. Very simple, effective. It works. Other suits, if you simplified it a bit more, wouldn't work as much. This one works, especially as a black and gray one. Yes, this is, I think, probably the best one of the game. This is definitely like high A for me. Now with Flashpoint Batman, this skin is a Batgirl, no debate. This is beautiful. I love this skin. I actually originally never owned it. My friend owned it, so I was like, oh, let me just download it. And let me download it. But something else funny, I remember I was arguing with one of my friends in the past about this being Thomas Wayne, because of Flashpoint, if everybody knows. And he tried to tell me that no, Thomas Wayne, it's not Thomas Wayne, it's Bruce Wayne in Flashpoint. And I was like, what are you talking about? Long story short, I was right. Because I knew my shit. This suit is gorgeous. Top of the head, look at just the way how the light reflects at the top of his head and it comes off. It's so beautiful, especially through the ears. Short ears. Even the guns are there too. Look at this. Even the guns are there and everything. I bet you there's probably a mod out there that probably replaced Jason with, like, you know, this skin or something. There's probably one out there, but this skin is beautiful. Big arches to give him that look. A little bit more like tactical. Not playing around like, oh, I'll murk. The only issue with this skin is when you're gliding around for some weird reason. I don't know why they never fixed this. I've always noticed this. Your arm, it's like it just never goes all the way in your arm or something. It just looks off. They never fixed it, so it's a Batgirl still though. Just a little glitch or whatever's going on. Still Batgirl. Now with first appearance Batman, well, it's first appearance. What do you want me to say? Purple gloves, almost detective gloves, pretty much. You know, big little like kind of like a cotton material. because, well, it's cold probably in Gotham 9 times out of 10. And yeah, you know, very simple, nothing really crazy. It's a C maybe for me, honestly, in this game. And I always said the certain costumes, I'm not saying I hate the costume, I like in every single, you know, iteration of it in 2D and all that. Just in this game, it doesn't do it for me. Funny enough, it's kind of like especially how the ears are just straight up, like no ear holes really. It's like kind of not ear holes, but a little, that's kind of there, but it's just a little off. Hey, it look like Mega Mind a little bit. It's a C, maybe a D, honestly. I may just give it a D. We will see at the end of the video. You already know the Batman Beyond. You already know Batman Beyond 2039. This is Batgirl all the way. Pure fire, beautiful, sexy, everything you just need in your life. And I'm gonna speak on it because it's about that time. We could have got a Batman Beyond movie. Fucking hold out the motherfucking ass. Oh, why? Like, it could have had a Batman. Warner Bros. Just don't want money. I'm convinced. We could Spider-Verse-esque type art style and everything. The people who made it pitched it. I think they pitched it before Spider-Man or what. It don't even matter. They declined it. They don't. WB don't like money. The only gripe I always had about this game, specifically going back to this, is the mask area. It's not because I hate it closed. Is that it's see-through. That's it. I just never was a fan of the see-through part of it. That was really it. Besides that, it's glorious. The ear tips is like long, but they don't look that long to me. They're long, but not huge. This used to be a screensaver for me at a point in time. I love this suit. The cowl, and then the gliding part of it actually works. It's not broken like his dad's suit. So yeah, it's just Batgirl immediately. Now with another Batgirl Hall of Fame. If I'm not mistaken, this is Asylum one. This is not Arkham Knight. I mean, not Night City. City's a little bit more different. This is Arkham Asylum. Still automatic Batgirl. Like, come on. This is. I'll say this. I've always had a little gripe with how Bruce looked in this game in Origins a bit. And I'm not talking about skins. I'm talking about the person underneath. I wasn't a fan of it when I first was growing up because I grew up with Asylum and I grew up with City, and then Origins and Night came out. I just never really liked the way they looked as much. I like the design, at least the human design of Bruce, obviously. That's why I always had kind of a gripe over it. I'm fine now, but at the time I didn't. But this is Batgirl. Glorious. You see the dirt. If I'm not mistaken, and this is a funny thing that I don't know if it's on this model, I can't see, but I think I'm right. One of his arms actually is bigger than the other arm. I can't tell, it's been a while, but if you're playing like I think Arkham City or something, I think it's his right arm or his left arm is bigger than like one other because he injected himself. That's a cool little tidbit from my decade-long run of learning about this game and loving it, learning the lore. So this is Batgirl. All right, 2016 Batman v Superman, the movie people was waiting for 1948. This suit in this game is gorgeous. It's a Batgirl for me. I'm sorry, I remember when it came out, the suit is just gorgeous. Obviously it takes some inspiration from the Dark Knight, obviously a bit more ruder. You can see the symbol and everything. We didn't talk about the movie. The movie, I would have walked out. that movie was not good, but at least the suit lit. They went crazy on the suit. It's gorgeous. It's so sad you can't really use most of the Batmobiles. That's the only issue, but for the most part, no. This is Batgirl. It's in that category, baby. Speaking of Dark Knight, obviously it's not the other version from City, but still very close, gorgeous. Love the wrinkles on his head. Very bulky. You see he got some fat going on. It's not straight up just, muscle. Still muscle, but it's not like just chest all the way out. And then, cowls gorgeous. Another suit I was wearing a lot during the game. Boots, utility belt, packed. Everything is just, yes. This is a Batgirl, but it's like a little bit more lore, in my opinion, at least for me. I think if they would have did the animated one again or the comic one, I think this would have been like a little bit more higher, like on the Batgirl scale. The classic TV series, I'm pretty sure Adam West passed away, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while. I'm sorry if I forgot, and Rip Kevin as well. But I used to wear this suit. I didn't care how comical it looked during cutscenes. I wore it. This is what did Angry Joe said? Tarkatan doggone silk or something like that. This suit look good. Looks silky, bro. You can almost say you got a do-rag on at this point, almost. It's real close, but nah, this suit, it's not as bulky, obviously. I like how they kind of changed the model up a lot too. Like, it don't look as bulky. It doesn't even have abs necessarily. This suit was a fun suit. I enjoyed it, especially like this is one of the only suits that has like the black part in front of them. Little small ears, like kind of like tapered on. Look at that. It's another. I think I'm gonna say A. So many Batgirls. We gotta start moving some things around. Now, Justice League 3000. This just doesn't do it for me. I remember I wore it. It's doing something, but it just doesn't do it enough. It's like the ears is okay. Like the ear got some padding on it, but I like the bat symbol. The mesh material is doing a little bit too much. The shoulder, it's certain things I like. The shoulder pads, the bat symbol. The cowl's pretty cool. Maybe not the ears necessarily, or the nose. Nose look like a woodpecker or something. This 3000 suit, even the doggone belt kind of blends in too well. Yeah, it's not a bad suit. It's like a C. Now, the 08 version. This version. In this game, it looks off. I think it's the colors. I don't know. I really don't know. I need to actually rewatch those movies, but it's a great looking suit. Honestly, some people say it may look a little funky. I've always never understood the not the bat logo. The doggone utility belt looks a little funky to me. At least not the whole thing. Is really just the little part in the middle, circle part. I always thought that was a little off. I feel like they could have changed that, but mostly, yeah. I enjoyed this suit. I still like it to this day. I feel like shoulder pads is a little bit too big though, just a little bit. But no, this suit was lit. It's just the color in the game just kind of has it looking a little funky, just a little bit. At least to me. So at least is a A. Now the anime Batman suit, actually I haven't watched it. I always put it off. I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I always put it off. Not even like I hate it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it this year. So we're gonna do. But never was a fan of it, even in this game. Like I just looked at it, it's just like, I understand it's, you know, from a different art style, so, but it's just the ears kind of going forward this time, not really just up. It's up, but it's forward, slanted, big slate head or whatever. You know, I may go D with this. Triangle pads or shin guards. It's a D for me. I'm sorry. It's a D or a C. Now the Zorinar suit, I actually dig this suit. It's not an S tier. It could have been. I think it's his face model. I don't know. It's something about his like face area, his head area that just ticks me off a little bit. But I love Zorinar suits. It's just gorgeous. It's stitching to tell you that he's not really stable. He's not really in the right sense of mind. You may lose an arm. You know, I get it. It's an A for me. I always enjoy Zorinar stuff. Personally, not the old iteration where he was just cosplaying as Batman from another universe or planet, if I can remember. The new one where it's just all mental. I love this suit. I don't know, it's the colors just pop off the right way. Zorinar suit is definitely, especially the ears and stuff. Look at that cowl on the ears and stuff. I feel like the cape is doing a little tiny bit too much. It's a little bit more two folded though. Two folded in just a little bit, but this is A 100%. It's gorgeous. Patterson's suit. Now I know people have gotten their hands on the suit on PC early and they modded it, changed the colors like they should have, because the suit is lit. I feel like the bat symbol is a little bit off. Not off, but it's just, I don't know, it just looks a tiny bit off. It looks too like low res, at least the bat symbol. Besides that, gorgeous suit. The colors are like a little bit green, a little bit grayish green. The PC port makes it better. Sadly, it's not on the list that I'm using, so this is at least, I think. The suit itself, funny enough, I never was a fan of the suit even as much in the movie. I think it's an A, even in the movie. The suit overall, but we're talking about in the game, the suit, I think, we gotta go off for that. We gotta go off for the colors. It may be a very high B, maybe an A, maybe one of the two. The base Robin suit. I love what they did with the color blocking of this suit. They didn't add too much green or too much yellow. Like they all orbit around the red. That's the main focus. And I love how like the suit design isn't too basic like the next one, but it still has a good amount of like detail in it. He doesn't have like an insane amount of armor or nothing. It still looks relatively flexible. I will say I just was never a fan of him having his hood down. I don't think I'm the only one who feels like that. I wish he was able to have it up at least like he has in City. There's still some minor gripes like around like his stomach area or his obliques just look a little weird design wise. But I think it's a pretty solid suit. I'll put it at a B. The new 52 suit. I have to be honest, I'm not a fan of this suit like that. It's way too much green for my liking. And he has no trunks and there's no yellow on it. Like, I can understand having silver, but they don't do nothing with it at all. And if you're not gonna have yellow, your suit better look gorgeous, because if it don't, it's gonna look like this to me. It ain't gonna look that great. I think they did a little bit too much with his forearms compared to the rest of the suit that's fairly like basic. But even then, his chest plate looks like he got it from Spirit Halloween. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I gotta put it at a D. I'm just not a fan of it. The classic TV series suit. Right off the bat, I love how vibrant it is. I will say the belt could have been more vibrant, but I guess that's okay. I don't know why the right side is longer than the left side. I don't know if somebody wasn't paying attention or that's just how it looked back then. Oh, whatever. I like that they just didn't give him the same hair type as the last one and just made it brown. They actually like changed it. Pretty simple suit for its time. Nothing crazy. Got Jack and a Beanstalk-esque shoes on. That's kind of nasty, I gotta be honest. And it's a little weird to see like what, a 30-year-old, a 36-year-old, I don't even know how old Tim is in this game, wearing like a teen kid suit. We rock with it though. I won't give it an S, but I'll give it a A. The 1 year later suit. Another very vibrant suit. We like to see that. On top of that, no green. Oh man, extra brownie points. And I like how the yellow isn't just muted. Like, it's still just as vibrant as the red and it don't look weird. How I view the suit, it just feels like a suit from the past but modernized. Like, not too much has changed, but just enough to modernize it. It ain't got too much going on, like a bunch of lines or anything. I just like how simple it looks, but it still has a good amount of detail, like the yellow lining around the cowl to his cape. You have some like gray bits here and there. Just an overall great suit. For me, this is an S pretty easily. The original Tim Drake suit. Another thing right off the bat, he actually has trunks. I feel like him not having trunks just makes it look like weirder. And he has yellow. I will say I'm not too much of a fan of what's going on like on the shoulders or the forearms. I feel like compared to the rest of the suit, it just looks a little out of place. Or how like the cowl looks, how kind of like is a swoop and then it goes up and it goes down as another swoop. I don't like that much. It's like somebody's butt cheeks. I don't know how to explain it. That's the best way I can say it. But still keeps it pretty flexible. Doesn't do too much with it outside of like the arms and shoulders. I'll probably put it at a B. Catwoman's base suit. Relatively the same as her city one, with some differences like her goggles and maybe like some overlays here and there. I actually am not as much of a fan of this model, her face model, compared to like cities. I just prefer cities more. I don't think I've ever noticed her actually having like the cat symbol on her like knuckles and stuff. I don't think I ever noticed that. It's kind of cool. And it makes sense that some areas of her suit is a bit more reinforced, like her ribs or forearms or thighs. Areas that probably like take more damage or she just uses in combat. Pretty sleek suit for Selena. I'll put that in A. The classic TV series suit. I like how this one's purple and gold and she has like a necklace on. If I can remember, I think this version she has money. She still steals stuff, obviously. At least I would think. It's been a long time since I actually seen it, but I do like that touch. Even the texture feels a bit more exotic. And with the gloves too, you know, very of the time. That mask ain't fooling anybody. I'm just gonna be honest for 2 seconds. But overall, I think I put this at a C. It's all right. I do like it though. The 90s suit. I like how she has her hair out. It gives the suit a lot more personality along with being purple. And I love how she has a bit of a design going on her belt and the side of her rib cage. But that's kind of about it. I feel like it needed something primarily in like the midsection. Either like a necklace or like a bit of her chest exposed. I don't know, just something. I feel like this could have been a great suit, but I think they undershot it just a bit by making it a bit too simple. So I'm going to put it at a B. Nightwing's base suit. I will say they did a bit too much with this one. I don't have an issue with them doing like having a bit more layers on top of it instead of just making it super simple, but I do think they overdid it a bit. Like he didn't need his knee guards to be that big, let alone his arms. Like it's kind of just like, okay, we're just like, look at his doggone elbows. Just a bit too much armor. I'm okay with his midsection looking like that. I just feel like his upper body, his arms is too much, and his like lower body, primarily like knees down, is doing too much. I do like how his mask kind of like goes over his face a bit to like his neck. I think that's kind of cool. And I do like the subtle hints of his logo all over the place, like the back of his belt, his calves, you know, the front of his belt. It's subtle, but it's just a bit too much going on, like his knees and all that. So I'll put it at a B. The new 52 suit. See, it could have looked more similar to this. Still, the knees shouldn't be jurting out that much, but it's a lot more slimmer. Not too much is like jurting out or anything. I do wish his sticks were red instead of blue. And I do like how his neck area has these like circles around it. I think it's a pretty cool design. Or how his logo's on his waist to an extent. You want to go that far, just subtle. But this is very Nightwing-like. Like when I think of Nightwing, I think it is very slim, not doing too much. A bit of armor, knees down in his forearms, but not too much. I'll give this one an S. Nightwing's Arkham City suit. I'm okay with a lot of these lines because it's like two-tone and it makes somewhat sense to me if you think about it in like muscle groups. Like it makes a lot of sense where a lot of these like lines are at. The issue with lines to me is when you do too much and it's just all over the place. But obviously very peak Nightwing design. I wish the suit didn't have these like little circles on the blue part. I'm okay with it on like the black area, but it does mess with me a little bit. I wish that they put more suits from City in this game because, oh man, this suit looks so good with like updated graphics. And I love how the blue comes off of his shoulder to like his forearms, but it only hits like 2 of his fingers and not the rest of his like hand. Low key looks like an Eva suit almost. Like tell me you don't see it. And then with the hair, oh man, nah, this is a no-brainer. This is S tier, easily S tier. Harley Quinn's base suit. I like how she's losing it to an extent. Like, oh, her face is a bit like isn't as clean. Her knees is a bit dirty. Everything's a bit worn out, but not too worn out. And I like how they keep it primarily still red and black. Like one side is red and the other side is black, but still has like, you know, red and black in them, but still incorporates other colors like white on her shoulders and around her neck. Pretty good suit. I think I'll put it at an A. The classic suit. You know, very standard suit, doesn't deviate, just keeps it simple, red and black with a bit of white. And I like how they didn't take liberties like, oh, let's just make her face less white or look like she hasn't done her makeup in 9,000 years. And I love how certain stuff is like stitched too, and not just all like one thing. You don't see any stitches. Like, no, you see stitches around here. I think that's a pretty cool touch. It helps add to that unhingedness. The 2 diamonds on her butt, very cheeky. Obviously an S, I don't have that much to say. The Arkham Knight suit. Now, besides him trying to hide Jason Todd's identity when the trailer came out, this suit is pretty beautiful for what it is. I love how they have the Arkham logo on like his shoulder. That was such a cool touch, along with the A on his chest. It's like Jason is like mocking or like taunting Batman with those ears. Like, oh man, like this was made to go toe to toe against like Arkham Knight Batman. Like I low-key see it as a Transformer suit, just a little bit, at least the upper part of it. And one of the coolest things about this suit is the mask and how it legitimately like moves around and everything. And they even put red into it as well. Like, yeah, this is S. That's easy. Just another thing. Am I the only one who thinks his arms look long? Because to me, they do, like low key. But this is an S. Red Hood suit. This is probably like my second favorite Red Hood suit, just all time. Like forget about this game, just all time for a second. Obviously number 1 being like the brown coat with the sleeves up or down. But I love what they did with the color block. And like they gave him the red hood, and most of the time he has a red hood. I know I was gonna talk too much about, you know, stuff outside of this game, but just for a second, I love that he has the red hood, but it don't look bad. Because I feel like most of the time I see him with the red hood, it don't look good, but they found like the right color blocking to where it looks good. And they still incorporate brown, like his pants being brown is another good touch if he doesn't have his jacket being brown, and then him having like this white and then like almost like this vest. Oh man, that just looks so good. The mags on the side, it's getting dumped into you, each and every last one, and they don't do too much. Like he looks still like bulky too, and all they really gave him was what, some knee guards and stuff. give him a bit of a vest and just make his stature a bit more like brolic. Looks great. This is an S tier. Azrael. I used to actually have a profile pic of him on my PS4 back then, but actually talking about this suit, I love the small details that it has. Like he has this very beautiful design on his right shoulder, but then nothing on his left. And then on the fabric part, he has all this blood and some parts have holes in it. And I don't even know what you call this. It's not a cape, at least I'm pretty sure it's not. It's like these leather strips. I always thought that was pretty cool. But if I can remember, how are you gonna ask Batman to recruit you and you're over slaughtering people? But for me, this is an S. I love this suit. Batgirl suit. I'll say the only real thing that I'm not as much of a fan of is I feel like it's too much armor. I feel like they should have scaled it back a bit, but I like the little touches it has, like the little bat symbol that holds her cape, the bat symbol on her belt. It kind of reminds me of the Kristen Bell suit a bit. I'll put it at an S. For the Batmobiles, I'll be fast with it. I do like there's lights with inside the wheel, but I'm not too much of a fan of the backside of it. It just looks too round. I'll put it at an A. And for all the ones that barely have any differences, I'll put it in the same tier. The 1960s Batmobile. I love the level of detail they put into this. It looks so clean. And I just love this front end. This is an S tier. The 1989 Batmobile. This is the most iconic Batmobile ever, in my opinion. This is S tier pretty easily. The 2008 Tumbler. This is an A tier for me. I always like the way this looks and kind of how like flat it is. It's like a crab almost to me. The 2016 Batman vs Superman Batmobile. I think this is a B tier design. Always thought it looked a little weird. I do love like the wing part in the back though. It almost looks like the back of like a butler suit or whatever. The original Arkham Batmobile. I love how of the time this Batmobile is. Like it's almost like a Hot Wheel. Very rounded, very hot rod, and very beautiful. For me, it's an A. This is my list. Sometimes I'll be flip-flopping. Like one day I'll be thinking this and then things move around. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but and if a suit is in a C tier or a D tier, does not mean I hate it with a passion. It's just in those tiers. Like I don't hate the 89 version of the bat suit. It's not a B or A to me in this game, but it's all right. And this is for the other characters. I think I did a pretty good job. I think the only tier I'm a little unsure about is A, but yeah. The first Batsuit is the Arkham Origins Batsuit. This is a really good Batsuit. This Batsuit got some storytelling in it, like how bigger it is compared to the other suits. It has more padding. It's more black than the other suits. And it makes sense. He was way more vengeful earlier in his career. I do think WB did a really good job of this suit. And speaking of this suit, we're going to talk about the other suit, the Dark Knight. That version is just the same thing. It's just even more blacker and has gold around his waist. I forgot how you get that suit, but that suit is another A tier as well. But I will put it behind it because I like the other version. Now, the Blackest Night Batsuit. This Batsuit is cold. Like, that's the best word for it. This Batsuit looks so good. He really looked like old, just in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like, just zombie Batman. Got his ring on still. And he has so many wrinkles and veins going on. Just pure, like, muscle. Almost no fat. And I love how his cape started to, like, go up a little bit on his shoulders. And how his cape, when you fly around, is, like, all tore up. It's like this suit is just, it's gorgeous. This is 100% an S tier. Ain't no doubt in my mind. Let's get to the next one. The Nightfall Batman suit, or as this suit is, oh my god, this suit is gorgeous. I'm sorry. I remember when I first laid my eyes on this suit when I was a kid, when this suit first got shown off, and I was in love. But the only issue is that I didn't have a PS3, so I couldn't play it, but it didn't matter. I still love this. This suit is just raw 90s. You got belts going on like his leg with multiple bags that for no reason, half a belt on like his waist, big gauntlets, spikes coming out of his doggone calves, and he has a big chest plate that goes over his chest, and it spikes up. Oh my, it's just, no, this suit's cold. It's S tier. I don't have to say that much. It's a pure S tier. The Long Halloween Batman suit. This is another S tier. Like, you already know. I enjoy this suit a lot because instead of having like the traditional like underwear type joints, it's shorts, and they still keep the blue and gray with some black in there type coloring. Another thing, if I'm not mistaken, this cowl is just the Arkham Asylum, I think, or City cowl that he has on. So that's, you already know you're getting some brownie points from me for that. I do love how the bat symbol is a bit different. If you look at the center of the bat symbol, a little bit down to his tail, it kind of like comes off of his upper chest and it dips down to a point. I really do like that a lot. But besides that, it's a very clean suit, automatic S tier, automatic Batgirl. You already know. Red Sun Batman suit. This is another great looking suit. I do love this suit a lot. There's many reasons why I like this suit. It's very rugged. Obviously, it's a bit more puffy. I don't like the puffy look on it as much. I understand why it's like that. I do like this suit, like how he has sewed the ears in and how it's like a bit dirty and stuff, and you glide around, it has like rips and dirt on it as well. Like, just the detail of it makes a lot of sense, especially because Red Sun Batman is, if I'm not mistaken, in Russia technically in that universe. The only things I don't like, or really the only thing, is that it's kind of puffy on him. I understand why it is, because God knows how cold, but still, I think this is definitely an A, at least for me. Gotham Bat Gaslight suit. Now this is, this skin just doesn't do it for me like that. He's pretty, he got a gut, got charged on, high water boots to his knees. I understand it's Gaslight, but I ain't a fan of it. I think this is like a D. The first D. The classic TV series Batman. You should already know what this is. If you've seen the last video, you should already know where this is gonna go, at least vaguely. Now this bat suit, I don't think it's as good as obviously Arkham Knight's, because Arkham Knight's got that tarkatan doggone silk on it. It's gorgeous. This still, for like what, I forgot when this game came out, 2013. Still clean. They still, at least back then, got like the silk pretty right. You know, his little arrow ears, if you can see, because this looks like an arrow but just stitched onto his mask or his cowl. You know, 60s Batman, it should be. Now the new 52 graphic Batman. This ain't it. I'm just gonna be honest. This suit doesn't do it for me for the same reasons the last video. This suit doesn't do it for me. Just lines all over the place, just to have lines. Like, I understand it's supposed to be futuristic in a way, but sometimes you just don't add lines to add lines. Like, I don't like that almost faceplate on his cowl or his face. Like, you can just take off, but yeah, it's just no. Another thing I don't like about it, it just looks kind of low res. Even for like 2013, look at the other suits, they look more higher quality. This one is kind of just like, I think I'm gonna put this suit at a C tier. I don't think it's a B. I don't think it's a D necessarily, like the Gaslight, but what is a D tier is the metallic suit. I do not mess with it. It's just too shiny. I think it's even worse. No, that suit is a D tier to me. I'm sorry. No, that just doesn't do it for me. Next up is the Batman Noel suit. Now, here's the thing about this suit. This suit in this game looks better than it does in Arkham Knight. I'm being so honest. I'm being so for real. And the main reason why I feel like this is because of the Bruce Wayne model. And I've said this earlier. Some suits look better on the Knight's Bruce Wayne model, and some suits look better on the Origins Bruce Wayne model, and this is one of them. It just fits his head a lot more. Like, I don't know, it fits him a lot more. I still don't like the pads as much. This suit is definitely a B tier. I still don't like the pads. The Bruce Wayne model does a lot more for me in this suit than the Nightwing. The Batman 1 million suit, and I'm just gotta be honest, I'm not rocking with this suit like that. I don't think it's a D or anything. No, not a C. I'm gonna put it at a B, but it's gonna be like all the way in the back. I gotta be honest. It's just, it doesn't do it for me. I think it's just too plain and too basic for my liking. I don't like the mask on it as much. I understand it's supposed to be mimicking an actual, more realistic bat, and I kind of do dig the shoulder a bit with the chest or whatever, what's going on. Especially when you glide around, it looks even more like a bat, but I'm not a fan of the colors as much. I'm not a fan that it looks a bit too much like a bat personally in the face, and I don't like how it's just too plain. There's other suits that are plain, but this one I don't like. It's like B, but all the way in the back. Batman Dark Knight of the Round Table. Now this suit, I like this a little bit more, to be honest. I do like this skin a little bit more better than 1 million skin personally, because it's like an armor Batman, you know, like a night Batman, you know, chainmail all over the place, and his arms, his thighs, his calves. I don't like the back of his head though, with like the rubies and stuff, just that extra plate or whatever. I don't think they need to be there. I do think it's a little bit too big, just a tiny bit. I understand it's supposed to be armored, but just I wish they slimmed it down, at least in the stomach area or whatever, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. where it's noticeable, but besides that, yeah, I like it. It's a really nice suit. I'll put it at a B. Thrill Killer Batman, it had potential, I'll say that. It had potential to be A or an S tier Batsuit. I do think if you put the Night Bruce Wayne model in this Batsuit, it kind of bumps it up a bit for me. It's still some issues. I'm not a fan of the high water boots. Like, them boots go all the way up, like almost past his thighs. That's too much. That's what's going on. I don't hate the doggone chin area, what he got going on. I don't. I'm not too much of a fan of his like doctor gloves going all the way up to his tricep and his bicep. I never really liked that in general, I'm being honest. And even in any game or anything, I just never did. But I do like how the mask looks. I do like the Bat logos, especially the Bat logo on the waist. That's just clean to me. I do like the colors where it's just black with some like bright like yellowish orange. I will say this suit is at least a C, probably like all the way in front of C. First appearance Batman, if you know how I feel about it before, I'm not that much of a fan of this suit, but this go around compared to Night, I'm a little bit more or less. I do think this is still a really nice suit. Nothing crazy though. It's just first appearance, you know, little gloves on, just little boots. Utility belt. You know, it's just a simple suit. I don't like it as much though, because you guessed it, probably the Bruce Wayne model. Bruce Wayne model Night, I think, fits this suit a little bit more better than the Origins one. Besides that, not too much for me to say. Definitely a C. The Brightest Day Batsuit. This Batsuit is 100% an A. I almost put it in the S, but I was like, almost. And another cool thing is that it makes sense for this game. Like, it's Christmas Eve, snows everywhere, and it fits that aesthetic a lot. And WB didn't have to give us another ring skin. We already got the Blackest Night, but they was like, we're gonna give you two. And I think that's awesome. So this is going to be A. Earth 2 Batman. Now, this suit is better than Thrill Killer, just straight up. I do like this suit a lot. Different type of grays going on. Obviously, it has the yellow belt, has the logo on it. I love that touch. I'm not really a fan of like them straps going on his thighs. I think it's just kind of random, I guess. But the Bat logo's on his boots. That's cool. I do like he has kind of like an armor gauntlet look going on there. The only things I don't really like about it as much is really like the cowl. Not necessarily the cowl, but like his neck area. It's just, I don't know, it looks very restrictive, honestly. It's just too, like, look like a thumb almost. I'm just gonna be honest, it almost looks like a thumb. It almost looks like a thumb, but besides that, I think this is a B. Really clean. They just changed certain things about it maybe. I would like it a bit more, but the Earth 2 Dark Knight suit. I like this suit more in this game than I do in Arkham Knight. But if I can remember, somebody in the comments said that they like the Earth 2 Thomas Wayne suit, but I didn't like it as much because of the mesh area in Arkham Knight. That really was it that I can remember. Maybe the Bruce Wayne model, but it was definitely the mesh area I was not messing with. In Arkham Origins though, this is how I wish it would have looked like in Arkham Knight. It didn't have that mesh area. It's just clean, straight to the point. You know, love the cape with the red inside. Like, like this suit just to me looks better in this game than it does in Arkham Knight, just because of the mesh. The mesh to me ruins it a lot more. This is definitely an A. The XE suit, or the Cold Heart suit. I wish I was able to play this when I was younger. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would you be able to play it? Well, because my Xbox was dying on me. Not necessarily Red Ring of Death, but it just kept on turning off consistently. So I was not really able to buy the DLC. So I just waited till the next game come out or just play another game. But talking about this suit is so cold. I love how it glows in the dark. I love that it's just the Arkham Origins suit, but just even bigger, more mechanical than the Origins suit. Like, obviously for the cold, but I love how you got the mask area. Like, this suit is just, I wish this would have made a comeback over the Dark Knight suit in Night, personally. I think that'd be very fun to see. I think this is a pretty underrated bat suit in the Arkham series. I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give it an A. The Injustice 1 Batman suit. I like this suit over the Injustice 2 suit because it's a lot more slimmer. I feel like the lines make more sense. I do love how it still keeps the blue in the suit, but it still has black. Like, if you look at his head, it still has some blue in it. I love how his ears go up but curves inward, but still looks like it's curving like forward a bit. I do love the gold belt. Nothing crazy. It's not better than like Thrill Killers or anything, but still nice. I would think this suit is a B tier. That's how I feel. kind of in the middle of the road of B tier. I don't think it's high B tier, but I don't think it's low B tier. Robin's base suit. Very standard, not too much to talk about here. Very of the time. Like, you could take off the R on the suit and make it like fully black and gray. You really wouldn't know whose suit this is. At least this suit did something with the silver / gray instead of just having it on the R. Cape is actually like maroon and then the inside is yellow. I think that's pretty nice. Other than that, I'll put it at a B. And then talking about the ult for a second, it just adds a bit of yellow to it. I actually don't think I like it as much than the other one, so I'll put it behind the other one. The classic Tim Drake suit. I obviously talked about this in the night section, so I'm gonna keep it short. I still don't really like those green slabs on his shoulders and his forearms. I think they're just a bit too big. And how his cape looks, it's like, I'm just not a fan of it. And he just has the same mask as his base version, you know? I will say I do like this body type for this suit than I do the night one. I'll keep it at an A. The 1 year later suit, I'll keep this short and simple because I already talked about this in the night section. I don't know why they made the R a different color than his cape, and yet again gave him the same mask as his base version. Then obviously it's not going to have the same texture as the night version because, you know, this came out on the 360. Still love this suit, but it is getting knocked down to an A. Now for Deathstroke's base suit. It's so beautiful. And I love what they did to it. Having like the blue be like carbon along with orange. And I love how like it's worn out. Like it's been just battle tested and everything. It's like he knows that Batman is like a younger person. He's not going to pull his punches. So he has to come well equipped. This is easily like a top 3, top 2 Deathstroke design. Probably ever, I'm being honest. Especially when you lay your eyes on it for the first time back then during that trailer. Oh my goodness. If I can remember, I still have this suit on my 360 avatar, so that's how much I love it. And I love how they still have his like bandana on or like whatever, and you see it flowing in the back. Like, oh man, easy S tier, no brainer. The Judas Contract suit. This would have been an S, but I have a bit of an issue with this suit, and it's primarily around his neck. I just don't like that it's a lighter blue compared to like around his chest being a darker blue. Just looks weird in game, at least to me. I wish it was the same dark blue. And I don't remember if he had wooden bullets in the comics, at least during this period of time. I don't remember. It's been a while. But what I'm not going to forget is what he was doing in those comics. And yeah, I don't know who came up with that idea during that time, but obviously a very iconic suit. You look at it, you instantly know this is Deathstroke. It's not an S, but I'll put that in A. The Injustice suit. Obviously, this is from Injustice, and I actually do like it a lot, but I do have my gripes with it. I don't know why he doesn't have his like little ninja headband thing coming out of the back of his head. I don't remember if Injustice had it. I wouldn't think so, because it's not on this one. And I'm just not that much of a fan of how bulky his shoulders are. Like, I'm okay with it being there, but it's a bit too much. Other than that, I like it a lot. I like how he has like an eye mask over his mask, and like the black goes over to the orange side, and it's like a red lens. I think that's pretty fire. And how he has like orange pieces on his forearms and his legs, and has these spikes that protrude out. I actually like that as well. And how his midsection has like this, I don't even know the name for it, but this iconic look that he usually has on his suits, especially in the past. I will say a good Deathstroke in Injustice was annoying to go against because I low-key was one of them. But other than that, I'll put him in A tier. The base Wrong one. The base Joker suit. Now, going over the stuff I like about it first, I actually like how much more darker it is compared to like what he wears throughout the other games, and how tainted it is. Like, you can see there's blood on his vest. His white button-up shirt is all yellowed, but then it still has blood on it. Like, he's legitimately been doing some like nasty work. And it's always fun to see him wear blacker stuff instead of just pure like purple. I will say one of the things I don't like about, well, this Joker is primarily his face. I'm sorry, I'm just not for it. I think I even like the Joker in Injustice more than I do this one. I did come around to it as time went on, because originally I just did not mess with this Joker at all. But now I like him a lot more, but not an S. He's at least an A for me, in front of all the other skins. The Red Hood suit. Obviously pretty much the same thing as the last one, but just a little different. If you can see, he obviously has a red helmet on, like a red cape with the same outfit, but it covers the part part that I don't like about this Joker, and it's his face. It just makes you feel more uneasy. Especially having his clothes be darker along with it. It just looks better in my opinion. Maybe a little crazy, but for this is an S to me. Well, this is a tier list. You got Batgirl A, B, C, D. Just because the suit is in D, C, or even B does not mean I hate the suit or anything. I still like them. They got some qualities to it, but they're where they're at, in my opinion. I can understand some people being confused with the like 1 million suit maybe being like all the way in the back of B. I can maybe understand through color or whatever, but... And this is a list for Dick Grayson's Robin, Deathstroke, and Joker. I wished I loved this Joker a bit more from like a face point of view, but just it doesn't do it for me. Not enough for it to be an S at least. Same thing for Judas Contract, Deathstroke. I just like the Robin ones, if not the Injustice one more. But with the base Deathstroke suit, that's just always an S tier. The first Batsuit is the Arkham City Batsuit, obviously based off of the Arkham Asylum Batsuit. This is one of the greatest Batsuits ever created, and one of Kevin's best performances as Batman, rest in peace. I love this Batsuit so much because of the color palette. Like, he still keeps his iconic colors like gray, black, a little bit of blue in there. If you can see on his cape, I don't know if you can see it in the video, and his gold. One of the best things about this Batsuit, in my opinion, is his cowl. It's my favorite out of the whole series, and Bruce Wayne model out of the whole series. Why your head get so fat? Oh my god. But let's move on. This Batsuit did so much for me when I was younger. When I finally brought the game after playing the demo for like God knows how many days, it just hit me in my core, and this Batsuit will always be iconic to me. This is an automatic Batgirl all the way in the front. I don't care. Let's move on. The animated series Batsuit, another iconic Batsuit, and another one of Kevin's best performances as Batman. Personally, I think this is his best performance as Batman. But talking about the suit, I love how the cowl connects with the cape, how his ears kind of swoop back a bit. You know, I love the bat symbol inside the yellow oval. It's always been clean to me. It adds like just a little bit of flair. And I like how there isn't like crazy lines going on or like crazy textures. It's very simplistic. Yes, I do know he has a bit of a crimson chin going on, but he is going all the way in A tier, all the way in the front. 1970s Batsuit. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same time frame when Robin gets taken away from Joker, and you know that horrific event happened, gets tortured. But you already know they got that yellow logo. It's beautiful with the yellow utility belt. And I like how it stands out. It's like that blue really captures your eye with this suit. Obviously another simplistic type suit, not too much going on. But I will say this suit always looked off to me in this game. I don't know what it is, but it's just looked a little off. I can't really tell you. I don't know if it's like the shadows on his muscles, I don't know what, but something's always been off about this suit to me. But this is going in the B tier all the way in the front. I don't think it makes it to A because it kind of bothers me a little bit, so I don't know what it is, but this is a B suit. The Batman Year One suit. Now this suit I never really liked. Always felt like the Bruce Wayne model looked greasy or something, like you got a cliff chin. Not even a chin, it just looks greasy or something. It's just, I don't know. The suit itself, it's all right suit. It's not flashy. Still another simplistic suit. I'm not too much of a fan of that bat symbol. I don't think it's as good as the Dark Knight one. A bit too like angular or chunky. It's something going on. I'm just like, not really messing with it. I do like that they went with a white utility belt instead of like a black or yellow one. But this suit just kind of screams like a fan-made suit. Like if you see it in a fan-made film, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, as like an official suit in the game, I'm not too sure of. I do like this suit a bit more in the comics, how it looks, but this suit in the game, it don't look that good to me. It's a bit so I'm gonna put it at a C. That's where it's gonna go. The Earth One suit. This suit doesn't really do it for me. It looks like you could kind of just take the mask part off, like right there. You see that oval off, look like Velcro. I'm not a fan of the bat symbol being that high. Another thing I don't like is the belt. I think the belt being black does not help the color palette of the suit. Another thing about his mask is it's not like aggressive compared to the other suit that we're going to see. This one just looks like a worse version of me. Like if you look at his mask and his like facial expression, it doesn't really look that aggressive. It's kind of just, I don't know. It's very rounded. It's not like any sharp lines going on with his like eyebrow area of the mask or anything. It's just like, I think this suit is good enough to be a B at least, but it's like all the way in the back. And this is the other suit that I like more, the incorporated suit. I like the way this mask looks already. It doesn't have that weird Velcro look going on, like you just tear it off or whatever. Around his eye area, it's like very sharp, more aggressive. His bat symbol isn't all the way up to his neck. It's in the middle of his chest. The utility belt is yellow. Obviously he has a little like thing going on there, but for the most part, this suit is better than the other suit. I don't think it's an A or anything. I think it's better than the last one, still is a B, but this suit goes more in the right direction for me compared to the other one. The only things I don't really like about it is maybe the texture of the skin. I can't really explain. Maybe like the material of his like suit, like the gray part. I'm not really rocking with it. It looks a little off. But yeah, I think this is definitely a B. I do like this version over the Arkham Knight version. The Knight version just needed this Bruce Wayne model. That's pretty much it for me. This is a B. The Dark Knight suit. And this is one of the reasons why I like this game. They made the Bruce Wayne model closer to the comic. Another suit that I like because it looks like his muscles are busting out of the suit. It's simplistic, but it's bulky. Even the bat symbol is bulky. I love how his ears is small and it contrasts well with his big head and his jawline. So he doesn't have long ears in his drawing. In another suit, I wish that had this Bruce Wayne model instead of the one that Knight did, with just reusing the same Knight model, because it just looks off to me. I love how the yellow just pops in the skin, but this is another Batgirl pretty easily. Batman Beyond suit. I remember first seeing this suit and it was a bit jarring at first because obviously you looked at Batman Beyond the show, another person's in it, not Bruce. And seeing this suit look so like puffed out because of Bruce being built, it was just kind of jarring to me when I was younger. But this suit is so good looking for what it is. A skin tight suit with no like ripples going on, just all muscle. And another thing about just the Bruce Wayne model, if I'm not mistaken, I think his right arm, if you look at his forearm specifically, is bigger than his left one because he took the Venom serum or whatever. If I'm pretty sure I'm right, his right arm is actually bigger, like slightly. But I think one of the most underrated things about this suit is the texture they have going on. It actually helps it stand out a lot, so it's not just one flat black or anything. And I love how his cape comes out when you're flying around and it like goes back in when you're not. Easily one of the most unique bat suits in the game, really in the series. One of the only things I don't really like about this suit is the face. That's really it. Besides that, this is an easy S, an easy Batgirl Sinestro Core Batman suit. I wish this suit glowed. I understand this is during the 360 era. They probably weren't able to pull that off, but I love how this suit has like specks of dust and like wear on it. Where the yellow's at. I love how he has white eyes that goes well with the yellow, and it makes sense for him not to have a belt. You already have a ring. Instead of having him like a full belt, it's like a band that's glossy. I do like that touch a lot. And one of the most underrated things about this suit is this little like bicep band. I always like that. But this suit is going into an A tier, the armored suit. Obviously, if you didn't know, this suit is only accessible in the Wii U version and now the Switch version. But Switch version is a little different. I think they puffed up his chest and did some other things to it. But talking about this suit, I do like how they have this curve that goes from his eyebrows to his ears. I think that's nice. Don't know why he has a slab at the top of his head. That's just no. Don't really like that little like chin step or whatever it is that you can see. I do like that he has a bit of lines going on. It helps with that armored look. I do like the color blocking of like the rest of the suit. It's like a bluish gray going on, and then on the side it's like just dark blue. But I don't actually love the suit. I think it's just too much armor going on, especially if you compare it to something like the V8 suit. For me, I'll put it at a B. Robin's base suit. It's an S tier. The red rock. Let me stop playing. But talk about this suit real fast. I wish he had the hood on tonight because it looks so good, but the hood is down. And I'm now like actually like internalizing this suit and like looking at it like fully. I didn't know you had pants on, like some jeans or something. And I'm not a fan of that belt. That is just, at least the middle part of it, that's just too much. But yeah, S tier. The red Robin suit. This part reminds me of something. I don't know why they made his boots the exact same color as his pants, because this looks like he has like half of a onesie on, if that makes sense. This is a suit I really like, but I don't love for some weird reason. I don't know if it's like the bottom half of his suit, the texture of it, or maybe like his cowl or whatever. I don't know. It's not S to me, it's an A, like high A, the animated suit. I don't know why they made the colors on this suit so dark. Like, it has color in it, but it's just dark for some reason. The yellow looks standard, at least. And I don't know if it's because of the mod that I downloaded, but like his chest in the R is like glowing and it's like very like white. And he may look a little weird because how tall he is in this game. But besides, I think they did a pretty good job with this suit translating it to 3D, unlike one of the suits I'll talk about later. I'll put it at an A. Nightwing's base suit. I already talked about this suit in the night section, but I'll say it again real fast. I'm not a fan of the circles on the blue part. I don't think it needs to be there. It works on the black part, at least to me. Another thing is the lines. I feel like the lines aren't like all over the place. They're in places where they make sense, and it kind of gives the suit like a Eva suit look, like he's gonna pilot something. It's kind of cool when you think about it like that. And the idea to give him that 2010s 2000s-esque hairstyle, oh man, same place as the last one, S tier. The animated suit, to me this is the worst animated suit in the game. Like, I don't think his face translated that well in the 3D, at least in this game. Just looks so long and weird. And then his like chest, it's so flat. Like, I don't know if somebody forgot to pump it up. It's just, no. Like, his back is fine, but his chest is just like, oh. The other animated suits don't really have this body type problem, but Nightwing does. And with all that, I have to put it at a B. At least for me, it's a B. Catwoman's base suit. I kind of talked about it in the night section that this suit is an S tier. Primarily, it's her face model for me. It's just like, come on. But for the most part, it's the same suit that she wears at night. There's like some differences here and there, like her zipper, I think, is zipped up more at night. And she has a little emblem on her chest, but not that much to say. Just an S tier. The long Halloween suit. I don't even think this is a bad suit by any means. I'm just not that much of a fan of it. I think for me, it's probably like the eye holes, maybe the ears to an extent. That's like the only things I could think of. Not a bad suit by any means, but I don't think it's a great one, so it's a B. The animated series suit. I think they did a phenomenal job with this suit. This may debatably be the best animated suit in the game, honestly, because it doesn't seem like it runs into those problems of like maybe the head shape or like the body shape like the other ones do. Even Batman's kind of had that problem to an extent. I think they even changed her whip. I can't remember, but if they did, at least the color of it, extra brownie points. This is definitely an S tier. The armor suit. I like this suit over Batman's Asylum and City one, but I still do have my issues with it. Like, it's low-key giving me Batman 1997 vibes, and I think they changed her face a bit because it looks a little bit more square. They probably did because when they added the city armor one for Batman, they changed his face a little bit. Still gorgeous though. I don't know what's going on with her stomach. It look like bubbles or something. Definitely not an A tier. It's a B tier. Now, this is the list. This is how I'm feeling. Realistically, this can change like tomorrow. I be flip-flopping all the time, but just because the suit is not in a Batgirl or A or whatever does not mean I hate the suit. There's still qualities about these suits I like. And no, I'm not basing the suits off all time, even how they look in the comics. I'm only going off of how they look in this game. And these are the suits for Robin, Nightwing, and Catwoman. I think only one suit so far has been in D tier.
Officer Bowles.
The Arkham Asylum suit. It's kind of crazy. We almost didn't get this suit, if not this game, honestly, because this game was supposed to be a rhythm game at first. On top of that, the design of Batman and the world would have been completely different. And I'm actually very happy that they changed it. Not saying that it didn't look cool, but I just prefer this one. I love how much more bulkier and built he looks and how the cowl looks and the colors. Like, it still has blue in it, like depending on like the lighting. I think that's what DCU Batman should have. Maybe a cowl similar to this. They still have like a good amount of blue depending on the light, if not longer ears. One of the most iconic suits ever, and obvious, Batgirl, the armored suit. I really don't like this suit as much. I don't think it's terrible, but I do think it does a bit too much. Like the cowl, the chin goes up and then it like has two little prongs or whatever on it. That don't look good. One of his forehead is weird. I kind of get the circles, but like obviously it's an armored look, but even then I don't love it. I think the back of the neck is so unnecessary. I do think his forearms look cool though, but I just feel like it's just too much like armor overall. Like you compare this to the V8 suit, I think the V8 suit just looks insanely better because the V8 suit has like I think 40 maybe 60% armor, and then like a good amount of it is like a fabric type of material, while this one is like what, 90% armor. Just not that much of a fan of it. It's a B for me. Arkham Asylum Joker, another very iconic look. I think it's my favorite Joker design ever, to be honest. I love how dirty and grimy his like clothes are, but he still tries to make it look like clean in a weird way. And I just love what they did with his face, like that sharp jawline and his chin protrudes out. Just a very pointy face. Like this is a person you do not want to be like, not even in the same area code with. Like this, you want to be so far away from a guy like this. This is a S tier, no brainer. And this is Arkham Asylums. I hope I didn't miss any suits, but yeah, that'll be it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that hype button, it helps out. And drop a comment how you feel about some of these suits. And yeah.